All right, guys, a newly engaged couple getting caught in a storm. They come to the home of a mad transvestite scientist unveiling his new creation, a muscle man named Rocky. You might have heard the story before. The Rocky Horror Show has since developed a cult following, also adapted, of course, into the famous 1975 film, The Rocky Horror Picture Show. Joining us now to talk more about this is Jonathan Gallegos, who plays Dr. Frank-N-Furter, along with Stevie Nichols, who plays Columbia. Guys, thanks for being with us.
Thanks for having us.
So, first thing that I gotta say, people, they know the film, right? Tim Curry, Susan Sarandon. I mean, it was a huge thing. How is this stage production different than the movie? Obviously, one's live, one's a movie. Other than that, though, what are the differences?
Well, particularly in our performance, I think that it's more of an immersive theater project. So they're going to walk in and it's going to be a complete environment.
Okay.
They come in, they're in the show. They're not bystanders, they participate.
Okay.
So the audience participation is one thing, being able to interact with actors, as actors being able to interact with them. But mostly it's this third world that Jeff Cleveland, Logan Kessler, and Brian Clifton have created, where you walk into that theater and you're part of it.
Yeah.
You're in the mansion. We're right there with them.
Yeah. So, were you guys fans of the film? Were you fans of the stage production? What drew you to audition for this show?
Well, for me, this particular production is being put on by Musical Theater Southwest. And when MTS announced their season this past year and announced that Brian Clifton would be directing, I was drawn to this production because I really respect Brian for his talent, and he's a lot of fun. I knew also that he had been part of MTS's production of Rocky Horror a little over 10 years ago.
Oh, wow.
And that he was going to be putting together essentially a revival cast of this show. And so there are about 6 members of the original cast from MTS from over 10 years ago that are involved in this production in one way or another, either on the production team or acting in the musical again as well. So to me, I was like, okay, I know it's going to be a lot of talent. It's going to be a lot of fun. And in fact, he has brought together a really good team. As John mentioned, we are really fortunate to have on loan from New York our set designer, our costume designer. He's basically doing the entire design production for the show, and his name's Jeff Cleveland. He's an Albuquerque native. And then we're also fortunate to have Jeff's partner with us, who is on loan from Broadway, where he's done productions of La Cage aux Folles and A Chorus Line, but he's designing all of our costumes and hair and makeup. So.
All right, so one thing that I want to talk about is your perspective as actors. So obviously, when you break the fourth wall, that separation between the audience and the actors, the way that you do in the Rocky Horror Picture Show, obviously the show is going to be different every single night. How far do you go with the audience? Like, how, I guess, off the rails do we go in this production? I mean, is it pretty much anything can happen? Or, I mean, there's still a libretto, there's still a script that you have to stick to. But how far do you guys go with it?
I think as far as people take it.
Okay.
Really and truly. One thing that's great about the show is that the most conservative to the most liberal people have seen the show, and it's kind of their experience. So whatever they bring, we welcome it, and we're ready.
That's great.
It's a newer thing for me.
It will be for me as well, just because, typical theater, you have a script, you have a libretto, and you stick to the book. And we will stick to the book here, but we'll have to bring in some improvisational skills that maybe some of us have, maybe some of us will be trying out for the first time with this show. And I think it's going to be a lot of fun.
And we're just bring it on. I mean, we're really excited to kind of see what people do,
So, one thing that I want to hit before we get to the dates, times, locations, obviously the Rocky Horror Picture Show can sometimes, I mean, it's a racy show. I mean, Frank-N-Furter, transvestite, dresses, in this very outlandish clothing. Columbia, also kind of a crazy character. How much of yourself do you kind of, maybe dark inhibitions that you've repressed for a while, how much of that are we going to see on stage? Or is it a real stretch for you to do this work?
It's a stretch for me. Yeah. I'll say, but it's almost that's the fun of it. In my everyday life I get to be Jekyll, but in this show I get to be Hyde and explore those things that I never have before. So I think that there is a lot of me, and I think you're right, it's a lot of repressed kind of stuff, so it's going to be great. Somebody just say,
just let it out.
For 2 hours, you be whatever you want to be, and you go crazy.
Yeah, that's, what is it, be it, don't dream it?
Exactly.
That's kind of the mantra of the show, be it, don't dream it.
Exactly.
So people want to come out, they want to be it and not dream it. When do we open?
Next Friday.
Next Friday.
October 9th.
October 9th. And where are you guys showing?
At Musical Theater Southwest.
Okay,
it's
the
near
Black Box?
The Black Box Theater near the fairgrounds. And
And you run through, see there, we've got a special Halloween performance.
We do,
right?
yeah. Halloween, there's 2 performances. There's 8 o'clock and there's also a midnight performance, which we're so excited about.
Fantastic. This sounds really exciting. A great production to see of a Rocky Horror Show. If you want more information on how you can get tickets and see the show for yourself, head over to casa.com. Guys, break legs. Have so much fun with this.
Thank you so much
Thanks
for
having
us.
Absolutely. All right, we're going to send things over